the Just Shoot podcast.
And so then what is the phases that they go through? So it starts out with love bombing, and then it's devaluation, then discarding, and then hoovering. Can you explain those things to me?
Yes. And this is it, whether it's a business relationship or romantic relationship, it doesn't really matter the type of relationship. It's all the same. So they start off by making you feel like you are the most amazing, incredible human being they've ever met. They're chameleons. They read you. I always say it's sort of like Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers. How Malcolm Gladwell said that, it took 10,000 hours to achieve mastery to do anything. So narcissists have been reading people since they were children. So they are so good at reading people because it's a survival skill for them. They know immediately how to become exactly the perfect person for you. They are incredibly charming, incredibly charismatic, incredibly amazing. So as soon as they show up in your world, you think, wow, where has this person been all of my life? And you're so intoxicated by them, like this head trip of, wow, the stars have aligned, and they make you feel like you are the most incredible human being they have ever met on the planet ever. They sweep you off your feet. And so it's this rocket ship, and they want to get you into the next level as soon as possible. So right away, they're talking about, let's move in together. Let's meet your family. We want to meet your kids. Let's get married. If it's a business relationship, let's sign contracts. Let's be partners. Whatever it is, let's get to that next level as soon as possible, because they don't want to have to be working this hard for very long. They're conditioning you to get to that next level as soon as possible. And then as soon as they get to that next level, then it changes almost immediately. The 50 emails or 50,000 texts a day become none. Then you're now all of a sudden, you're so needy. Anything you ask of them, they're not doing. They become passive aggressive. Stories aren't lining up. You're wondering what in the heck is going on. You see all these red flags. All of a sudden, it's this toxic stew of back and forth, and you're locked in all these different ways, and you're trying to figure out what to do. Then they kind of future fake you, right? Well, it's going to get better, and you'll see, and it's going to be amazing. And they know how to keep you in it, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's really important that I go into the narcissistic supply piece of this, because what I have figured out is there's two different types of narcissistic supply, which is what I call grade A diamond level narcissistic supply. And then there's what I call coal level supply. The grade A diamond level narcissistic supply is adulation, prestigious friends, impressive jobs, or lots of money, that sort of thing. Anything that feeds their ego from the external, like impress everybody else sort of thing. The things you can see, the things that you would expect narcissists would want. Then there's what I call the dark underbelly of narcissistic supply, which also feeds their ego, which they also love, which they are also addicted to, but it's sort of like a slight notch below. And that is the devaluing, the manipulating you, the controlling you, all of those other things that we were talking about. They also feed their ego with that. If push comes to shove, when it comes to negotiating with narcissists, grade A diamond level supply will always win out over coal level supply. They will always let go of the coal level supply in order to protect the grade A diamond level supply. They will not want to be exposed to their grade A diamond level supply, the people that they respect, the people that they don't want to look bad to, especially top shelf people. If they think that their coal level supply people might be exposing them to the better form of supply, they will let go of coal level supply. And that's how you build leverage when you are negotiating with narcissists.
But there was also like the discard phase where they kind of get rid of you, but then they come back, and that's the hoovering thing. Is that how it works?
Well, because what happens is they're discarding you or you're discarding them. They'll discard you if they think that there's no more supply left to be had, or there's better supply down the road, or they think that you're going to discard them. They'll discard you first. All right. So with a narcissist, it's either you're for them or against them. And if you're against them, then you're public enemy number one. If they think that you're going to discard them, then they'll get rid of you first. Or if they find a better source of supply, they'll discard you if there's nothing left to be had. And with narcissists, you're not a person, you're a possession. You're a form of supply. They don't have the ability to have that empathy. They don't have the ability to see people for being people. I mean, that's just how they think everything is transactional. Are you a good source of supply? Are you not? If you're not, then what are you doing here? If you are going to continue to be a good source of supply, then I still need you around, almost like jars of jam or something on a cupboard. Like, is there still some good supply left here, for the winter? With the hoovering piece, the reason why they'll come back, it's almost like a vulture coming back to a carcass. Let me see if there's some meat left on these bones. Let me see if I can come back and get something here. That's when you'll see a little DM pop up in your Instagram or something. Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
And then when is the smear campaign and the flying monkey thing? Is that during the devaluing phase or the discard?
The birth of the smear campaign starts during the discard. A lot of times that discard phase starts before you even realize that it's happening, especially with coverts. They'll start planting those seeds long before you even know that discard phase has started. What they'll start doing is saying things to people with like a little bit of a smear long before you even realize that they're starting. They're very, very, very good at it. So they'll start to say things to people like, Jim, he had a little too much to drink last night. I'm so concerned. I'm so concerned about him. I'm just worried. That's all. I just want to make sure that he's okay. That's all. I just want to make sure he's okay, because I just worry about him. And then, 6 months later, it's Jim's an alcoholic. I've been worried about, I've been worried about him for so long. And, Jim shouldn't be around the kids. I've been saying this for months. And then it's like, then you get the neighbors to testify against Jim because, well, she's been saying this for so long. Jim may be fine with alcohol. Jim may have a glass of wine every 2 weeks, but she's been saying this for months. So she plants it in everybody's head that Jim's an alcoholic, but that's what they do. And they put it in terms of just care. Care.
Especially what you were saying, like the covert, they're more sneaky about that kind of stuff.
Right. I just care about him.
Yeah. What are some things that people can do? Like there's a couple techniques. I know the gray rock is where you kind of just slowly distance yourself. And then the no contact is where you just completely cut contact, right?
I briefly did mention my SLAY methodology, but strategy, leverage, anticipate, and focus on you, which is what I was kind of referencing a little bit, but that is my SLAY methodology. That is what I definitely recommend people use when they are trying to negotiate with a narcissist. And I do have a free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet that people can download, which is at crushmydeal.com. It's a free ebook that people can grab. I highly recommend that people grab because if you're getting ready to negotiate with a narcissist or you're in the process of negotiating with a narcissist, it's a very substantive, great resource that people have won their entire negotiations just on that. For sure, grab that. My YouTube channel has, I upload brand new videos there every single day. So
yeah, it's like you've almost answered every question that I could have about a narcissist. I mean, it's fun to just go down the rabbit hole and just watch all these videos. It's really fascinating because I think it's kind of there's a lot of people that are narcissists in our society, right?
Oh, it's like 15% of the population. And
that many, really? Wow.
Yeah, 15%. And then if each one of those people emotionally abuses just 3 people in their lifetimes, then, that ends up to be 158 million Americans and 3.4 billion people on the planet. So it's quite a lot.
Wow. Scary stuff.